league. Yay! I turn on Fast Racing League on my Nintendo Switch. There are a wide variety of cars to choose from, including speedsters like the Bullet Bolt and the Firebird, along with heavy hitters like the Atlas and the Dominator. How about you decide the car this time? The Atlas has a sleek black and silver finish, with bright red racing stripes across the hood and sides. It certainly looks impressive, and is probably one of the more powerful vehicles available. I'm going to go with the Bullet Bolt this time. It's one of the faster and lighter cars in the game, and it has great acceleration and handling. Let's get on the track and start racing. Great, let's go! I start up Fast Racing League and select a racetrack. We both pick our starting cars and choose our preferred difficulty. Once I'm ready, I choose to start the race, and we begin racing. We both start moving and reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour pretty quickly. I manage to make it to first place ahead of you by a few yards and start pulling out ahead of you. The race is getting intense, and we both need to watch for any slip-ups. Following a tight right turn downhill section of the track, I manage to keep myself in first place by weaving between cars while you stay close behind me. It looks like neither of us is giving up yet. The downhill section gives way to an uphill stretch as we cross the bridge. I continue to pull ahead slightly on the straightaway, but I can see you slowly gaining ground behind me. The finish line is approaching quickly, and it's still anyone's race. paralyzed by the sudden bump from behind and lose focus on the road for a split second, which gives you a chance to get closer to me. The finish line is right ahead, but I'm not giving up my lead that easily. We make it past the bridge and head down a short, winding road as we approach the railroad tracks. I'm still ahead of you, but I can tell you're not up yet. The finish line is almost in sight. It's a straightaway from here. We both noticed the train crossing ahead of us at the same time, but I still have... There's not enough time to stop before reaching the tracks, so we have to figure out how to get past the train without crashing. We're almost at the train crossing, and there's still no way to stop in time to avoid it. It looks like our only option is to find a gap in the middle of the tracks so we don't get hit by the train. This is going to be tricky. I watch as you collide with the engine of the train and crash into it head-on. The impact is so sudden and forceful that it causes the engine to derail and start flip over. Luckily, as the wreckage of the train starts falling apart, I keep going and manage to drive safely past the train. But I notice you're still nowhere to be seen behind me. I managed to make it past the train and see the finish line in front of me. I put on the nitrous boost one last time, crossed the line first place, winning the race. I can't help but cheer as I see the final result on the screen. It was definitely a close one. Thanks! That was such a close race. It was really fun! Let's play again and mix it up a little bit this time. I'll pick a different car this time and you can choose the track. The Dominator has a shiny dark blue finish with sleek black accents on the hood and sides. It's a heavy-hitting car that can deal some real damage to other cars if you're not careful. Let's get on the track and get ready to race. The Bullet Bowl has a classic red and silver finish with sharp stripes running down the side. Airbird has a vibrant orange with black stripes, making it really stand out on the track. These are both big fast cars that can easily catch. I think I'm going to go with the Bullet Bolt for this race. It's a fast car with great handling, and I'm feeling pretty confident after my win last time. Let's get started! Great! I turn on Fast Racing League and select the Bullet Bolt for my car. I select the track and choose a difficulty level for the race. And we both choose our starting positions. Once we're both ready, I choose to start the race, and the countdown begins. We both start and immediately reach high speeds as we begin heading down the track. I stay in first place for now, but you're keeping pace behind me and slowly getting closer. The race is looking like it's going to come down to the wire. I'm caught off guard by the sudden bump from behind, and I start losing control of my car, which causes me to veer off the side of the track. I manage to regain control of my car quickly and avoid a crash, though I'm now in second place behind you. I'm not letting it end like this, though. I've got a plan up my sleeve to pull off a last-minute win. Your second bump takes me by surprise and knocks me off course, causing me to lose even more ground. I'm in third place now, and I can see you in the distance, pulling further ahead of me. It seems like the only chance I have to win is if you make a mistake. I try my best to keep up with you, but it looks like I'm not closing the gap. I'm out of options and ready to give up, but then your third bump sends me off the road again, and I have to veer back onto the track before I crash completely. I'm now in last place and out of nitro. Things are not looking good at all. I start to get frustrated and try to keep my cool as I look forward, waiting for you to slip up and give me a chance to catch up. remain focused on the race. I'm not going to let myself give up, even if it looks like I'm going to lose. My only hope is for you to make a mistake that I can take advantage of. I try my best to keep up with your pace, but we're slowly approaching the finish line, and you're still in the lead. I can't help but smile as I see you drive off the road and crash into a statue, losing a lot of ground in the process. This is my chance to get back in the game, so I take advantage of the situation and start gaining ground quickly. I'm now in second place and closing in on you rapidly. It's all gonna come down to this final stretch of the track. I'm almost back behind you when I see you take a shortcut and pull ahead. That was a really smart move, and it looks like you're going to pull off the win. But I'm not one to give up easily, so I'm going to try and follow you into the shortcut as well. Just my luck. Another car is blocking the shortcut, causing both of us to slow down and lose precious time. My only choice now is to drive back out and return to the main path, which is going to cost me even more ground. Just before I have to give up and accept second place, I notice a narrow gap between the cars that I can try to squeeze through. I'm right behind you when I see you bump into a fire truck, which takes both of us by surprise. It causes both of us to lose control of our cars and fall behind in the race. I manage to regain control of my car quickly, but you do not. The fire truck you bumped into has blocked the path completely, and I can see that you're going to be stuck there for a while. This might just give me the opportunity to make up the lost ground and pass you for the final stretch of the race. We both drive over the bridge and enter the final stretch of the race. I can see the finish line up ahead, and I'm closer to you than ever before, but I'm still in second place. All I can do now is keep my focus on the road and try to keep up with you in order to make that final sprint for the win. We're on the final straightaway, and I see a curve ahead of us with some trees beside it. You accidentally hit the trees and lose control of your car, which causes you to drift off the track. The crash has cost you a lot of time, and now I have a chance to pass you and take the lead. I notice you bumping into side of my car as we approach the finish line, and I decide that I'm not going to back down. I stay focused on the road ahead and resist the urge to bump you back. Instead, I try to pull ahead and cross the finish line first. It's going to be tight, but I think I might just make it. closing in on the finish line, but the race is too tight to tell who's going to win for sure. Your car bumps into mine again, but I managed to hold my position and stay in. It's going to come down to these final few seconds. It's an intense race to the finish line, and we're both giving it our all. I can see that you're not going to let up easily, so I continue to push my car to the limit and focus on getting any mistakes. We're almost at the finish line, and it looks like it's still going to be a close race. I'm surprised when I see you crash into some barrels, causing you to lose control of your car. This gives me an opportunity to pull ahead just enough to take the lead. It's so close that you could catch up with me if you play your car right. The finish line is getting closer and closer, and it's all coming down to the final moments. I watch as you veer off course and crash into a red car, which causes you to lose some of the momentum you had been building up throughout the race. This gives me the chance to pull farther ahead, and now I'm really closing in on the finish line. I can almost feel the adrenaline coursing through my veins as I near the end of the race. You crash into several road signs as you try to gain back some of the momentum you lost earlier, but that makes you lose even more time. I can feel my heart beating out of my chest as I keep driving towards the finish line. I am still in the lead, but you are getting closer to me ever so slightly. It's really down to these final seconds now. With the finish line right in front, I can feel the excitement building inside of me as the final seconds of the race tick by. I've got a small lead over you, and now I just have to keep it until the end. I keep my focus on the finish line up ahead and try not to make any mistakes in these final few seconds. I crossed the finish line in first place, and after a moment of stunned silence, I let out a victory shout. I can't fit, I've won the race! I look over at you and see that you came in second place, only a few seconds behind me. That was such a close race, but in the end, I managed to pull off the win. Amazing. Thank you. That really was an amazing race. I thought you had me beat at one point there. But it was a pleasure games like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and other multiplayer racing games, so we could try that time if you're up for it. I have a pretty big collection of games, so there's lots of different